Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video today. My name is Sherry Kennedy. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. I have a bunch of other videos on here, so be sure to check them out. Today I wanted to do a pregnancy essentials video. So these are items, things, maybe some advice that I found helpful for you during your pregnancy. So I'm about 33 weeks right now, actually today. So I think I have a pretty good grasp on what really helped me in my pregnancy, and I wanted to share those things with you guys today. Items I got, all pregnancy related or just helpful for pregnancy, so in no particular order, I'm just going to talk about each one. When you get later on in your pregnancy, you start to kind of forget what the first trimester was like. Especially if it wasn't too bad. But if you're like most women, you're gonna experience some sort of nausea, just discomfort, things are shifting, you might feel a little more backed up, you might be vomiting all the time, or just feeling nauseous and getting that like morning sickness that they tell you about. So I found these helpful. These are the organic Morning Ease Relieves Nausea in Lemon Ginger. So these are like little lozenges. Comes in a bag of 30. Comes in a little wrapped candy. So it's like a really nice lemony ginger taste. I found that that really helped just kind of put my nausea at bay. Understandably, if you are having a lot or severe nausea, this probably isn't going to take the edge off or be enough for you. So in that case, you want to, tell your doctor to explore other options to cope with your nausea. But if you're just having like mild nausea, I found these to work really well. I would just throw them in my purse. I would have them at my desk where I'm working, just around the house, so I could grab it if I needed it right away. Sometimes the nausea just comes on out of nowhere. This is by the brand Traditional Medicinals. But yeah, little pink little label here. I think I just ordered these off of Amazon. It was very early on. I actually started taking prenatals before I got pregnant because I heard it was good to start prenatals about 3 or 4 months before trying to conceive. So I got on them right away. I just got the Nature Made Prenatal Multi plus DHA, which is great. My OBGYN said this is a fantastic one to use. I've been using it this whole pregnancy. I take them daily, so I take one every single day, and it just has everything you could possibly need in here. And the important ones to look out for is folate. You want folate, and you want to see how much iron is in it, because iron can cause constipation. So if your prenatal has a lot of iron, you might want to get the one that has a little bit less, so you're not dealing with constant constipation, but we're going to get to some of those remedies as well. But folate is very important for your baby. So this one has, where is it? 1330 mcgs. Of those, I take those every single day. Had no problem with them. So definitely take a prenatal vitamin as soon as you're either trying to conceive, or if you know you're going to conceive soon, start them right away, just so your body is already making those vitamins and getting those all stored up. So speaking of constipation, which you're probably going to experience because as your uterus grows, it puts pressure on things like your bladder, your intestines, your lungs. Everything kind of gets pushed out of the way for baby. So it can make going to the bathroom a lot harder. You're gonna strain more. That's no fun. It's not good for you or anybody. So definitely invest in a stool softener. You can, I believe, take a laxative as well. Just ask your doctor which ones are safe. And if your body can handle them, always clear things through your doctor before taking anything or starting anything new. My doctor recommended that Colace was safe. So these are a stool softener, so I've been using them as needed. I don't take them like every week or a lot. It's just literally like if I'm in so much pain, I haven't pooped in like a week, pop one of these. It seems to do the trick. But I've also got some other natural constipation remedies to share as well. But this was my first thing to use when I had no idea what to do about my constipation, because it was awful, and like the bloating was awful. It's so painful, so do not recommend constipation. If you can relieve it, definitely ask your doctor about medications or other ways you can relieve constipation. So you want to make sure you're getting enough water. Water can actually prevent constipation, help things kind of just move through your body. You need a lot of water to help baby develop. It's just good for you and your child. It's, you know, you really need to stay hydrated. So important. So now more than ever, take your hydration very seriously if you're pregnant. So I just invested in one of these huge ass water bottles. This is 64 inches, 64 ounces. And I just got this off of Amazon. I think it was like 16 bucks, not too bad. Fill it all the way to the top. It has like little words along the way. So you're basically drinking like this much every 2 hours until you get to about 8 p.m. So yeah, I found this really helpful. I just bring this with me everywhere. Well, not everywhere, like in the house. If I go out, I always just bring water bottles with me. I bring like thermoses to keep them cold, but this one's for the home. So I just bring this in like every room that I go in. So I keep this filled. I try to keep it filled every day, and I keep it by my bedside table at night in case I get thirsty in the middle of the night, which I do. And speaking of hydration, I heard of these liquid IVs. So this is just a hydration multiplier. It's basically like electrolytes. So this one comes in a packet of 16. They just come in these little like packets. You tear them open, you pour it in a cup, you dilute it with about 16 ounces of water, I believe. And this is just to help like replenish your electrolytes. So it's kind of like Gatorade, but a little bit better for you. It has some vitamins in it. It has pure cane sugar. It also has dextrose, which is fake sugar. So keep in mind, this isn't really all natural, but it does have vitamins and stuff in it. It's very sugary, so really dilute it. Honestly, I dilute it with like 18 to 24 ounces of water because it's very sweet. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, I heard a lot about these. They taste good. They really do help kick up your hydration. Like I'll start peeing more. It tastes good, so it's just something fun to drink other than just plain ass water. So I'll just put this in like a huge mason jar glass like this. And at first, like when you fill it all the way up, it's still very sweet. So then I'll drink a little bit and then I'll put more water in it to dilute it even more. And then it's like basically, you know, just flavored water from there. So really found that these are helpful. They're not cheap. I think this pack was like 16 or 17 bucks. So it's like $1 a packet. So keep in mind, it's a little bit more of a splurge, but I really do think it makes a difference. And if I feel like I just didn't drink a lot of water that day, I'll chug one of these and I really just feel better again. So that's been clutch. Okay, next we're going to talk about constipation a little bit more again. So a natural way, my husband actually found this article about chia seeds cleaning people out. So I guess there was like an internal shower article, that's what it was called, about like using chia seeds to move things along. So I got a big packet of chia seeds. They're very small. All you need is about half a teaspoon to 1 teaspoon. Definitely look up the amount that it's recommended, especially for pregnancy. Definitely do your own research or ask your doctor. But I think I use about half a teaspoon. I'll throw it in a smoothie. I'll throw it in yogurt, granola, cereal, oatmeal, anything like that. Just because, you know, the texture is a little weird. It's like they're very seedy. So I'll just throw it into something, and literally that day, like within the hour, I'll go to the bathroom. It helps a lot. I think it's been a lifesaver for me because early in pregnancy, the constipation was so bad. I was like in tremendous pain. I would have horrible bloating cramps. It was almost unbearable. So I highly recommend trying chia seeds. See if they make a difference for you. If not, I have heard of like celery juices that help. I've also heard of like apple cider vinegar, but again, you need to clear all this stuff by your doctor because you have to make sure everything's pasteurized. You have to make sure nothing's gonna like give you diarrhea or anything that's gonna sit wrong with you. So definitely do your own research for your own body because everyone's different, but this is what worked for me. So wanted to mention that. Okay, moving right along. So definitely, again, early on in your pregnancy journey, you want to invest in a good body butter, lotion, oil, whatever you prefer to use. So I got this huge ass bottle of the Palmer's Cocoa Butter Massage Lotion for stretch marks. Genetically, I'm not really, like, I don't get stretch marks. I've never had cellulite, I've never had stretch marks like a day in my life. I have naturally good collagen genes. I work out, I have toned skin, so I don't really deal with much of that. But what I do suffer from is dry skin. So with dry skin, the itchiness, the stretching of your skin, it's gonna come. Whether you're thin or a little bit bigger, it doesn't matter. Everyone's skin is going to stretch if you're pregnant, so you just need a lotion or oil. So sometimes I will use just plain old coconut oil for my stomach and my breasts. Otherwise, I'll just get out of the shower, I'll be still a little bit damp, and I'll just slather this guy head to toe all over my body so that it really seals in that hydration. And then I really do focus more on my belly and breasts because they're a little bit more itchy, dry. They're the one part of my body that's changing the most, so it's going to be, you know, more dry. So I just try to apply this either once a day, twice a day, depending on what I'm doing or the time of year and the condition of my skin. But yeah, it's always good to be proactive with your skin elasticity, and this stuff is really good, and it actually smells very good too. Comes in a little pump, which is convenient, but yeah, really like it. However, I do feel like it doesn't last long with the hydration, so I would recommend actually using this twice a day. And then you're gonna start leaking because your body, your breasts are getting ready to breastfeed, so you're gonna start to like lactate a little bit. Everyone starts at a different time. Your body's gonna start making colostrum, which is that first like pre-breast milk that comes in before your milk supply is present. So I've noticed that my breasts started leaking maybe around like 20 weeks, maybe a little bit after that. And it, you know, especially if they're like stimulated or I'm nervous or I touch them, they'll leak a little more. So I invested in some washable, reusable breast pads. So you can just throw these on like in your bra. And you know, anytime you go out, if you want to protect like your clothing, because I think your breast, the leakage can stain. So sometimes I'm just in shirts where I just don't care. They're just like lounge shirts, bummy shirts where I don't care if they have like stains on them. So I won't wear these like day to day or whatever, but they come in this cute little pack. So I'm definitely going to bring some with me to the hospital when I'm ready to give birth, because I know I'm going to start leaking a lot more. And they work really well. They absorb any type of leakage. They protect your clothing. They stay in place. They're really soft, so I definitely recommend breast pads and definitely reusable ones to just be a little more eco-friendly. So these have definitely been a must for me. Okay, we're getting down to the bottom here. So I have a couple more items to share. I have my big body pillow. It's actually like a peanut shaped one. So this is from the brand Boppy. It has a washable cover, so you can take this off. It zippers right here so you can keep it clean. And then I just lay on this. The big part is near like my belly and chest. This is like my leg will go on one side, my other leg will be underneath it, and you just kind of like bear hug this at night and side sleep with it. It's been a lifesaver. So I wasn't sure what kind of like body pillow to invest in, because I had one of those like L-shaped ones. It was just humongous, got in the way. And then they have like the U-shaped ones that looks like a full body pillow. Some people like those. I feel like my bed's just not big enough. So for me, this size pillow was perfect, and I just sleep with it every single night. It's easy to kind of go from side to side with it. I just, you know, turn over, bring the pillow with me, and then, you know, you can wash it. So you definitely want to make sure you're sleeping on your side for the most part when you're pregnant, and it could be a lot on your hips. I would wake up with horrible hip pain because of the pressure of me just being on my side all night. So this really helped take some of that pressure off, and I noticed that I wake up with less hip pain. So I wanted to mention a belly band. I got this in one of like my belly bump boxes that I did. But yeah, so you're gonna want to invest in either like maternity shorts or jeans depending on what time of year it is. I would say a maternity brand of leggings. Baggier sweatpants, or just size up in sweatpants, especially if you're lounging a lot more. I would just get some like staple items that you use all the time in a maternity style, because you don't realize that your belly really does grow and prevents you from fitting in a lot of clothing. So this can also help. You can just put this over clothes that just don't fit all the way, or your belly's exposed and you don't want to, you know, show your belly to everybody. So yeah, a belly band is definitely handy if you need it. Last but not least, we're going kind of back to like some bodily things. The heartburn. The heartburn, the acid reflux is next level. I'm someone who used to never get heartburn, and I would eat like pizza, I would eat burgers, French fries. Don't like think that I don't eat foods that could produce heartburn, because I do, and I used to, and I never used to deal with this. But then the pregnancy happened, and I pop Tums several times a day. There is like a deep burning passion in my throat and stomach, and it's very common. And it's very unbearable, and especially at night when you're trying to sleep and you have like this burning in your throat, or you just have acid reflux. It's just not pleasant. So these do help. I do find that I have to pop like 2 at a time, and I'll take like 4 a day sometimes, depending on how I feel or what I'm eating. Definitely try to eat foods that produce less acid, stomach acid, but girl, I like to live, so I eat what I want to for the most part. I do eat healthy, but I eat, you know, I like to splurge. These come in handy like all the time. So me and my husband will just pop these right before we eat, right before bed, whenever we need it. So definitely invest in some Tums, because the heartburn is gonna get you. So those are just some items I found super helpful during pregnancy. I hope you found this informative and helpful if you are pregnant, if you're early on in your journey, or just looking for some tips that helped other people. I hope this was able to help you. Let me know down below what pregnancy essentials you have. If you were pregnant before, you are currently pregnant, and you have something that you're like, yes, everyone needs to know about this, definitely let us know down below. Love to hear what helped you guys in your pregnancies. And until I see you guys in my next video, bye.